So good morning. Welcome to this another series lecture about electrical wiring simulator or EWS. So today we're going to perform the 8th activity under DC series parallel circuit. Okay, so let's proceed. Click, and then let's go to the activity number 8. So this is just uh, another version of the make or break. So this is make or break number 2. Okay, click the play. Okay, so this is our schematic diagram. Okay, so as what we can see, this is quite similar to the previous activity that we had, the activity number 7. However, we only added this pilot lamp one here, which is normally called the source lamp. Okay, so now I think we can already start wiring. So first, we can connect first the input of the PL1 to the 24 volts. 24 volts. Oops. Okay, next is the output of our PL1 to the negative terminal. Okay, so next we can now connect the input of our PB2 to the 24 volts. Okay, or we can also connect the input of our PB2 to the input of our PL1. But I think in this particular case, it would be easier if we are going to connect this one to the 24 volts of the power supply. Okay, next, so the output of our PB2 will be connected to the input of our PL2. Okay, the output of the PB2 to the input of the PL2. Okay, next is we can now connect the output of our PL2. So we have two options here. We can connect the output of the PL2 directly to the negative terminal of the power supply, or we can also connect this one, the output of the PL2 to the output of the PL1. So in this particular case, I think it would be easier if we connect it directly to the output of the PL1. Okay, so next is this one. So the last level. So we can connect. We have three options here for the PB1 input. So we can connect it to the PB2 input, or we can connect it to the input of the PL1, or directly to the 24 volts of the power supply. But I think in this particular case, it would be easier if we connect it to the input of the PB2. Okay, so next, the output of our PB1 connected to the input of our PL3. Then, the output of our PL3, we can connect this one to the output of the PL2 or to the output of the PL1 or directly to the negative terminal of our power supply. But I think it would be easier in this particular case if we connect it directly to the output of our PL2. Okay, so since our wiring is completed, so let's now try check if we got the correct wiring. Okay, so we got the 8/8 correct wire. So now let's try to simulate. So as what we can see in this particular scenario here, the PL1 is already turned on. So it means that there is already a source, a voltage or current flowing through our circuit. And then as what we can see here, the PL3 is already turned on because it is connected to the normally closed normally close push button. If we click this one, it will turn off. Okay, and then for the PL2, it is turned off. However, if we're going to click the PB2, it will turn on. Okay, off, on, off, on, off, then release, off. Okay, so see you in the next lecture.